Hey everyone, Mike here, and I got a question for you. Do you ever find yourself in, say, a rut, maybe a rut where you set goals for yourself, everything seems to be going in order, and then smack, something just derails everything from happening? Or how about another kind of rut where you just find yourself getting completely annoyed with your spouse or your partner or your kids just for no apparent reason whatsoever? Well, I'm here to tell you that I had those exact feelings, and what I used to do was completely check out of life. Do you do that? I wonder if you do. So, I used to personally turn to alcohol, but there are a number of different ways to really check out of life. And then I started to reflect and think upon what I really wanted out of life and how I can change these things. And it actually led me down a path that I didn't know I was going to go down whatsoever, and happened to do with the relationships in my life, specifically that with my wife. And so what I ended up doing was setting out on a mission to figure out how to improve that relationships. And I went and I studied everything, and I studied people who had great relationships and experts in the field and tried to role model them. And I came down with a whole list of things that I actually did which significantly improved my relationship with my wife, and that funneled down. It was like a waterfall effect to my kids and everyone else in my family, and it even spiraled out of control to abundance everywhere in my life, whether it was happiness, health, financial, you name it. Everything just kind of, the dominoes all fell down, and all the pieces of the puzzle came together. And what I figured out was what women want versus what men want. I learned my wife's love language and how to show her love in a way that she loves to receive it. I started asking myself the right questions, because your brain is always thinking, it's always going to give you an answer, so you better ask it the right questions, because if you ask it the wrong questions, you're not going to like the result. I even went as far as changing the neuro associations in my brain to associate what I wanted to feel and the emotions I wanted. For example, I used to walk in the house, and no matter what kind of mood I was in, I'd see my wife, and I'd instantly kind of go to a place where, what is she going to tell me to do now? And so it wasn't a good place. And I've learned to change that to associate my wife's pretty face with ultimate pleasure in my mind. And so these are just some of the tools I'm going to go through in this relationships webinar, and I'm going to really spell out everything that I learned step by step. There's 7 different tips that we're going to go over and explain what I did, how I did them, and the results that came from it. And I bet you're going to love it. So I hope you tune in, sign in below, and I look forward to seeing you there.